So I've got all of my equipment dialed. We did some final testing with John yesterday. He built a couple of new clubs, and now I have a couple of clubs that I really like at a 6-degree loft. He found one that's a little bit lower, so I have a 5-degree loft, and I also have a 7-degree loft. So what I've got now are clubs that are going to help me in any kind of wind condition that I face. So if I'm into the wind, I'll go to my lower loft club. Normally I'll just use my number 1 club, my 6-degree loft, and if I happen to be downwind, I'll switch to my 7-degree. Now it's time to shift to tournament prep. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to start working on my routine. And what I want to do when I get up to that, when I get up on the tee, especially under competition, is I don't want to have to be devising my strategy when I'm on the tee. Too much pressure, too many things to think about. I really need to keep my focus. So the first thing you need to know about long drive is we get 6 balls. And of course the longest one that lands in the grid and stays in the grid is the one that counts. We have 2 minutes and 45 seconds to hit our set of 6 balls. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to time my routine. I have a stopwatch on my watch. I'm going to time my routine so that I finish my 6th ball with about 15 to 20 seconds left on my final one. And the reason I want to do that, so I want to finish at 225 or 230 at the max. The reason I do that is in case something goes wrong. That gives me time to do things like change a glove if I need it, go back, swap out a club if I need to do it. So all of these little tiny things help me compete because I don't have to think about what I'm going to do on the tee. All I want to do when I'm up there is hit my ball to my target. Now I've hit these clubs often enough to know what their tendencies are, but as I go through my simulated competition practice, I'm also going to learn a little bit more about them. As a rule, I hit them pretty straight to a slight draw. That's exactly the shot that I want to play when I get into competition. So I'm going to walk you through what I do in each one of my steps. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to step behind my ball. I only take a step or two and I get my target. Now the nice thing is that we have a big Remax balloon at the far end. So my target's going to be the X at the far end of the Remax. My goal is to have a slight draw and bring it back to the R. So that's the shot that I'm visualizing as I'm standing back here. I lock into my target. As I approach my target, I keep my eyes right on that target and get ready to step into my pre-shot routine at the ball. I'm putting my feet together to get my body square, not worried about my posture yet. Then I'm going to stand up and I'm going to do a good posture and balance check, get myself in really good position, come back down, so make sure I'm in really good posture, really good balance. One more look at my target, and I'm hitting. That's the benefit of a pre-shot routine, is it allows you to turn your mind off and you can focus on just 2 things: hitting the ball square, which is what I'm going to be working on, and sending it to my target. Now in my next video I'm going to be working on contingency practice. Contingency practice is what happens when something goes wrong. Bill Walsh was a master of this, and he and Glenn Albaugh worked a lot together to help the 49ers understand what to do in case of. Whatever in case of is. In my case, it's what if I don't get my first ball in, or my second, or my third ball in? What if one of my clubs breaks when I'm on the tee? So we'll talk about contingency practice in the next one. But for now, deliberate practice, full pre-shot routines, get my timing and my rhythm down, so I just feel like the next time I get up there on the tee is just like a practice session. I'll see you in the next video.